Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Hearts of Iron 4. We're continuing our free India game. Couldn't help but notice this doesn't quite link up over there. I think the French aren't really pushing yet, but anyway. We're currently in a little bit of peace. We've just taken half of China. We got 0 manpower out of it because the manpower is nerfed to all hell. But we're gonna wait, we're gonna form up, and a white peace between the Soviets and Finland. We're gonna go and trade because we would like some of this aluminum now. And we will trade with the German Reich. You know, we could use it from them. We have plenty of civilian factories now, so I feel like we can afford to spend some of it on better like things, you know? There we go, get some more things built up over there. I think we might want to build some coastal forts at some point. We will join the war against like the Allies at some point, but it's not considered a priority at the moment. We're gonna have to do things like burden off this little port over here in French India. We'll have to guard our own ports because the AI will have naval control here. They do have Ceylon, they do have Singapore, they've got British Malaysia, Dutch East Indies. They're gonna make life rough on us. France, meanwhile, is gonna probably like focus its efforts against the Japanese over here. There we go, we get our Schwerpunkt. We can get the actual Blitzkrieg now, that's good. I would like to start researching tanks soon. We do have the buff from the Germans for that. But I'm kind of hoping that, like, Italy and Japan will at some point join the technology movement. Although it's a bit hard to, you know, get them in there. We're already in the technology sharing faction, so that's another thing we can join. We can get naval production, air production, construction, or just, you know, focus on our own country a little bit more. Which is, in and of itself, not a bad idea. Let's build some more convoys for now, because we are going to need them. Curious to see what the French will end up doing. They can only fight the Japanese over here, and they are making small, like, margins of progress. Dear lord, there's a lot of allied troops over here at the moment. I don't like that. You're deploying over there, that's good. That's where I need you. We're not producing enough guns? We should be producing more guns. Like, we should be handing them out to these other regiments in training. Perhaps we needed some for Yeah, we need some for reinforcements. That's fair enough. I get it. We're down to 17,000 manpower, which is not ideal. That's mainly like the reason why we're calling in a halt here. We're gonna have to train more troops. I want to train tank divisions as well, but, you know, we don't have any of those yet. There we go. I want to switch these up. Romania's in an unfortunate position. We don't have any motorized yet. We're going to add infantry over here. I would add support artillery, engineers, recon. There we go. And then we'll give the infantry divisions themselves support artillery, engineer company, recon. It's going to take a lot of guns. Sure. Soviet Union claims Bessarabia. At the same time, we are currently in the best possible position to do civil reinforcements and whatnot. There we go. I'll color code you guys red, so you'll be like the garrison force assigned to defending the British Raj and their interests. There we go, we're getting some guns in here now so they can start training. Oh. No, that's not what I want. I want to add more, just troops. So yeah, we're going to do heavy training. Hopefully the French will overstretch themselves here. What we're then going to do is we're going to cut this down a little bit. So we're only going to be invading from our own territory here, that we control. If they keep pushing in over here, right, which is a reasonable thing to assume, we will cut them off from supplies here. take French Indochina off of them, which would be great. They're not gonna capitulate though. Like, we're gonna have to take it all. Let's start going for nuclear research, because then we can get the research collaboration for an extra research slot. We do need to be at war for that one though, so it's probably likely that we're not gonna wait more than 70 days to really get that going. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of troops over there. How long will you need to be ready? June. Okay, let's get more manpower. I want to go limited conscription. It's gonna get us 600,000 manpower. That is not enough. My god, they really have nerfed the rising to the ground. And the fact that we've gone, well, basically the fastest route to, like, independence didn't really help us either. I will admit that. It probably would have been better if we were to have gone for the two-nation theory. Would have given us a bit more manpower. Like, perhaps we could have gone for, like, princely state dominions and imperial service troops, but still, we wouldn't have been able to gain any manpower from China anyway. Oh, we actually can get a few now. It's a goddamn miracle. What's the problems with like a 30 million? Oh, there's 56 million in here, Jesus Christ. It's only worth 1.7k manpower rather than the 100k you'd normally be able to get. It's a shame. I'm not gonna let that go for a long time. That's gonna be like the main thing of this series. It's gonna be me complaining. Sorry if you're not into that, but I'm not really happy with any of this. I'm sort of hoping, like, in between recording that the patch will come out. It's like, yeah, we toned it down a little bit because British Raj was hit a bit too hard. Now I couldn't help but notice we have 3 new excellent guys. I'm gonna promote this guy to be our field marshal in training. He's not gonna be as good as our general over here. He's already skill 7, which is insane. He was like skill 3 or skill 4. He's got Desert Fox, Mountaineer, Engineer. He's gonna be an extremely good, like, small-scale general. Let's get the Vickers Mark II. Or the Vickers II. You know, we would like those tank divisions. You are set to execute that plan, that's alright. Your offensive line is to be right over there. I'm tempted to have them garrison the coast and like the ports. Because it is very likely that they will send out that. Let's add a division. I would like to duplicate you. We're gonna make an MP division. Really wish we wouldn't have to, you know, pay all this to just edit a single division. Like, I would have been more than happy to make like one scratch division here. But nope, apparently that is not a thing that's allowed. Anyway, that's gonna be MPs. I want them to be low priority. I want 24 of them. They're gonna be mostly for garrisons. And that will include our coastline. And we will guard the ports. I don't think we'll go and guard anything else, but garrisoning the ports and some occupied land will mean that they shouldn't be able to do any naval landings as easily. They might be able to do them, but we should be able to cut them off from supplies. And the fact that we're only using, like, small-scale divisions over here, A, means that we use a lot less manpower, which is going to be really, really useful, let's be honest. Let's increase our artillery production and our support equipment production a bit, because we're currently getting enough guns. But yeah, I really think that investing for that in the future is going to be helpful, even if it's going to cost us quite a lot. And it will. How's the population looking over here? It's not bad. But then again, we're not going to make any use of that, because it's not going to be given to us. Like, they're still, like, bordering on our land, despite, you know, we aren't able to attack them at the moment. I'd love to, but I can't. Let's get a production line on the Great War tanks. You know what? That seems like an even better idea. I think you technically count as light tanks. So that would, you know, get the ball rolling a little bit. Engineering, computing machine. Yep, straight up. Get the research. Like, oh god, we're falling behind so far. 39 technologies. On the plus side, it means we'll have a lot faster work. So that's good. But yeah, it's not great. I think we'll just, like, immediately go to the next step with manpower, because holy crap. Then again, extensive conscription does have the training time boost, which I don't like. So I think we'll stave that off as long as we can. Then again, I don't really need any of these military high command dudes. I have to be honest with you, I don't like the choices we've been given. I've made that clear enough already, but I just want to make sure that's absolutely certain. Like, I think playing British Raj before this expansion would have probably been a lot more fun. It's definitely a lot more interesting and less easy, but I don't know. I'm not fully agreeing with some of the choices they made here, which is fine. Like, you know, it's their vision. I've got to commend them. Like, if they are happy with their goal and like what they tried to put in, if they're satisfied with that, more power to them, you know? That means they accomplished their goal. It's not, you know, it doesn't have to suit me. That's the thing a lot of people tend to forget nowadays. Or rather seem to overlook. They think something has to, like, fit specifically to them. I'm not saying that anyone has it or anything, but you see it a lot nowadays. We go for a 3-skill general, and doesn't seem bad. We can't currently get any of our research. Like, I'd like to get this, but we'd need to go down this tree. Yeah, let's skip the infantry weapons boost for now. We'll go straight for motorized. And then we'll probably start researching motorized. Currently we're getting infantry divisions with our tank divisions, which is fine. But I would like to get motorized at some point. Now here's a funny thing, by the way. You know how we're like radically building factories everywhere, naval dockyards and everything? You would think that it would have some, like, impact on our agrarian society, because hey, we're building a crap ton of factories out of nowhere. This is good for the country, right? It should advance our economy, because suddenly a lot more factories are being built. Factories need workers. It's not like we suddenly have automated factories. Sadly, it is not meant to be. Let's add another wave of my divisions being trained. I'm very sad to say that, you know, despite building like 200 factories or something, it's not going to have an effect on our agrarian society. Which, realistically, makes sense. You can't just uproot an entire society and be like, hey, here's factories, go work that now. Cool. That's not how any of that works, and I know that. So it's unreasonable to expect anything like that. At the same time, I feel like it's such a major debuff that really affects the way we are going to play Free India from here on out, that I wish there was a way to affect it, because we are building a crap ton of factories, and we've conquered like half of China. Are you telling me that half of China is the same agrarian society that British Raj used to be? I can see it in parts, but I also can't. You know, it doesn't click 100%. That's all I can say about that. I do hope a patch comes out at some point that addresses it a little bit. Otherwise, I'm going to be a little bit sad. Yeah, I'm going to be a little bit sad. That's about it. Boo-hoo. Poor me, right? You know, I just figured I'd share my opinion on it. Again, and again, and again. Hope I'm not making any of you sick of all this. I just figured it's a valid point to raise, you know? Let's get some coastal forts built up in our docks, because if we're gonna be garrisoning our docks, right, I would like there to be some naval forts. I would like there to be some regular forts as well at some point. Perhaps this is why we don't do that. Let's quickly cross around. It's very annoying that we can't see, like, the ports that I already have. But anyway, I think we got them all, so that's gonna help us defend our island. Island? Yes! British Raj is now an island! Watch us, like, secede from the mainland and just sail off over here. We'll form our own commonwealth. With blackjack. And honorable ladies, I don't know. It sort of fell apart at the end. We'll start our own independence party, that's it. That'll do. I think we might actually want to research, like, synthetics. Because we don't have a lot of oil currently. Now, you could say, rightfully so, like, hey, there's a lot of oil over here. Cannot find any oil. I mean, there's oil in Iran. Tempted to start fighting Iran, actually. It would probably get us into a war with the Allies, so we'd probably have to shut down this front first. Then we'll declare war on Iran. And they'll run to the Allies for protection, which is not great. I could go to limited exports, but I kind of like the research bonus that we're currently getting. We need to catch up. I think we'll get the naval strike guy. He really works well with my carrier doctrine. That'll be good. We now have 5 divisions over here. That's nice. Finally something we can work with. Up to 7 now. Good. I think I'll start exercising these guys, actually. They're very low on experience and stuff. I'll put the field marshal in charge for now. There's no reason not to. I would like him to get a bit of practice, because he's going to be the guy in charge of a large army at some point. You know, for simplicity's sake, I'd like him to have a bit of skill. Although we can't really get that without getting in fights, and we don't have any fights to fight yet, so that's going to fall flat right now. I'm not sure why this front has halted a little bit, but at the same time, I don't think I'll complain about it. Oh, I see. We're currently using the oil that we're using for convoys on our tanks, which is not helping them out. At the same time, we're going to start training, like, tank production. Tanks? I don't know. Yeah, we'll start, like, a production line of tanks. Why not? I want them to start training at some point, so might as well do it now! Have we seen operations? No, but we've seen an invasion of Norway. Ooh. What's that? Sorry, Germany, I couldn't hear you over the sound of, God, I forgot the operation name in here. But they flew into, like, Norwegian airfields and such, and, like, landed paratroopers, and basically got themselves a nice hold on Norway. It's very interesting how they did that. That was kind of like the prelude to, like, the Fallschirmjäger, which is basically the paratrooper, but, like, the German word for it. They've even got the Africa Corps in there for once. My god! AI! You tricky! I like it. Seriously, I like this. Yeah, we'll, pause you. Tell you guys... we're gonna have the entire army exercise, why not? Motorization! Let's get Indian armor. That's gonna give us 1 boost for armor technology, which we can then use on the light tank Mark II. The entire army is exercising, which is fine. I don't think our regulars will gain any. I'm pretty sure they won't. They might even lose a tiny bit because of the attrition. Not 100% certain on that one, but honestly, attrition rates are low enough that I'm not really worried about anything. And it would be nice for these Indian divisions to gain some extra points. We're gonna need it later on, let's just put it that way. Britain is shifting some troops around there, interesting. But yeah, overall, I think we're doing quite well in peacetime here. I'm quite happy to just sit here for a little bit and build up our army. So we can actually start running around and doing stuff. Got our first MP divisions. That's good. I'll assign you to a army that I would like to be black. No particular reason. Just really want them to garrison the coastline. Assassination of Leon Trotsky. He just got stabbed. Damn. Poor Trotsky. And I mean, he was kind of a cruel man in life, so it is probably for the best. I want you to not guard the coastline. Don't care about forts, don't care about air bases. Don't attempt to lower resistance either. I simply want you to garrison naval bases. I don't even care about the... Yeah, I think we might turn on, like... Garrison, get the victory points. There we go, the first layer of resistance is in. We have outdated equipment in production. Oh my god, you are now telling me this. It's amazing. Matilda local pattern. Cool. Honestly, since our production right now is not that great and our resources are sort of suffering, I'm tempted to just stick with light tanks for now. It would fit with our Blitzkrieg doctrine. You know, armor in general. Oh well. That should be enough to garrison most of the country, like most of the trouble spots that we currently have. Do we have any... No, we've got coastal forts already being built. I want land forts as well. This is to ensure that if they do land, and they want to fight us for our ports, we're not going to give them anything. Unfortunately, again, we can't really see any of them currently. This screen is a bit annoying like that. Yeah, there you are. Right, so we've got land forts currently being built. We've got, Ooh, you are garrisoning that. I don't really think you need to garrison that, but okay. We've got our victory points mostly covered. At least the ones on the coastline. Like, I'm not worried about them reaching our victory points. Oh, hello. Siam, what are you... Siam! No, you joined the Axis. I wanted to... Oh, God, I wanted to declare war on you at some point. I think this is a good time to start joining this war, though. Like, they're fighting multiple people at once. It's a tough call. Because we'll be on the back foot either way. I'm gonna start telling them to stop exercising. I'm not really too bothered about the lack of complete training. We'll have to do the rest in the field. It's time. At least Singapore is falling, but I really would have wanted to take that. Unfortunately, I think Japan took a decision that flipped Siam, so we kind of missed the boat in that one. That said, they're leaving this border open to us right now. So while they might be suffering in the north, our, like, declaration of war should help that cause a bit. Let's get the Kampfgruppe. That'll help us out quite a bit. Right, you're gonna go in as well. Organization is nearly at max. Good. We're gonna join this war. Legionnaire Bulgaria joined the Axis as well. Hey, Germany. I'll join your war. This ends at some point. Probably not today. We're now fighting on their side. Oh, we just trained a bunch more troops. Okay, cool. Welcome. We've got these guys surrounded. They're in multiple combats. They are suffering horribly. Like it. Initial victories over here look promising. That's because we mostly have a clean run over there. Not really liking this, but at the same time they are suffering horrific losses. We don't have a navy though, so we can't really go for an invasion of Ceylon. Not unless we get paratroopers. Side note, I'm currently very tempted actually to start researching paratroopers. Right, that is Madras, or rather Madras secure. I want coastal forts here and land forts. ASAP. You will get the same garrison order that I gave to your comrades, I think. There we go. Don't care about the coast. Don't care about forts, don't care about air bases, don't care about resistance. Guard stuff. We'll take like one of you that has like the most stuff. You're gonna be assigned to that from now on, buddy. Congratulations. We're gonna have a full 24 stack in the field now. Looks like we are about to reach Hanoi, that's good. We'll try and tie them down over here. The more we can encircle, the faster, the better. There we go, good. Want to remove their troops from the play field here as soon as we can. Anyway, this is going to be a long war. I'm not sure if we made the right call or the wrong call, but Germany sure as hell seems to be a lot stronger now. I like it. It gives me hope. If you enjoyed the video, do let me know by leaving a like and perhaps a comment down below as well. Let me know that Hearts of Iron 4 is a series you wish to see continued on the channel. Rather, a game you would like to see more of as well. You're gonna watch more Hearts of Iron 4, but you are not yet subscribed to the channel! Then what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button right now to get notified of when future videos go live. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a good one, folks.